How many times does snail Achatina marginata, I mean African giant land snail, how many times does Atachina land giant snail lay egg in a year? Most of the online training we are doing for people, I know that most of people who have undergo online training, they will teach them that snail lay egg 3 times, 4 times, highest 5 times in a year. If that is true, we are acting drama. With this current, with high cost of material, high cost of feeding, high cost of farm management, high cost of construction in Nigeria. So if snail is laying 3 times, 4 times, 5 times in a year, how do we want to make profit? How do we want to make profit? And we are telling people that this snail farming is one of the profitable livestock. So I'm telling you today that if you know how to rear snail, if you understand this snail farming very well, because if we tell you that snail farming is lucrative, if snail is laying egg 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times in a year, I'm telling you authoritatively that snail farming is not lucrative, because I don't know how we are going to make profit with the high cost of production in Nigeria. So I've did a video on why your snail are not laying egg every month. So if you understand this snail farming very well, if you understand how you will produce your snail feed very well, so a well feed snail with high rich formulated feed, because we are doing snail farming. If you are doing snail farming for commercial purpose, your snail need to be laying very well, because that is what will determine your profit. If your snail is not laying egg, there is a problem. And it's not about laying egg, it's about laying every month and consistently. A well fed snail with high rich formulated feed and with other good farm management is not only high rich formulated feed and calcium that will make your snail to be laying consistently. There is a lot of things that go along with it. You have to make your snail house conducive for your snail. When they are living in a conducive environment, when you are feeding them with high rich formulated feed and calcium and with consistent wetting, your snail can produce egg 2 times in a month. Your snail can produce, one single snail can produce egg 2 times in a month. So, and sometimes if they lack good farm management, maybe you don't have time for them in that month, or the snail are getting older, because there is a time when the snail will be very active laying egg. So at a time, some snail can lay 1 times in a month, but if you are feeding your snail very well, they will be laying 2 times in a month. So, and they will lay that egg for consistently 7 months. So if your snail are not laying egg 2 times in a month, there is a problem. There is a problem. You won't make a lot of profit. Even you might not even make any profit with the cost of production in Nigeria. So your snail need to be laying egg 2 times in a month. At least if 70% are laying 2 times in a month, so if 50 are not laying 2 times in a month, there is no problem. So it will be interwoven. So if you want to make profit in this business, your snail need to be laying 2 times in a month. So snail lay 2 times in a month, and they will lay that egg for consistently 7 months. So that is 7 times 14 times in a year. And during the dry season also, if you know how to care for snail, your snail can still continue producing during the dry season, so that production won't stop during the rainy season, and it won't also stop during the dry season, because we are doing this thing for commercial purpose. So that snail lay 2 3 times 4 times 5 times in a year is not true if you understand snail farming very well. So at least snail will lay 14 times in a year if you understand this snail farming very well. Welcome to Albarika Snail Farm. Your child in the culture, the snail professor. Thank you for watching.